Hey guys, this is Transforms Fancode 328 here. Why do I keep introducing myself? But just welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Sapphire. In the last part, we made it to Lava Ridge Town after defeating Team Aqua's leader, Archie. So now today we're going to take on the next gym leader. This gym is a bit of a puzzle, although it's not that difficult, not really randomized, and it shouldn't take you a long time. And remember, I'm just cutting out any trainer battles so that way the episode doesn't last too long. I mean, it lasts about 16 minutes or so, because remember, I always do the visual editing before I do the actual editing. But, for the most part, I actually will soon enough get so lost that I'll actually cut to the part where I actually make it to Flannery herself. Yes, I revealed the gym leader's name, but not like it's going to be that much of a secret. I practically revealed pretty much everything the boss has to offer before I face said boss, so not exactly that much of a surprise there. And here's where I start getting confused. I go down that way and I get screwed up, so I go down this way. That's where you should go. I probably would have cut that out, but I would figure that some of you would be going to use it as a guide. Before we challenge Flannery, as always, here are her statistics. I'm actually going to mention that before I actually lost her to her Torkoal over there, but I do end up cutting after I win against these two Slugmas, but before I take on the Torkoal the second time. It'll be kind of obvious if you pay attention to the way my Marsh Stomp is. Maybe I should cut this down a bit. Ah well. So yeah, we're going to be taking her on next. And obviously, Trico or Grovyle at this point would be pretty disadvantageous at this point. Welcome. No way. Puny trainer, how good to see you've made it here. I've been entrusted with the... No way. I am Flannery, and I'm the gym leader here. Dare not underestimate me, though. I have been a leader for only a short time. With my skills inherited from my grandfather, I shall, demonstrate the hot moves that we have honed on this land. Yeah, wow, she's actually talking like me during this Let's Play! At least the earlier parts, but yeah, I had to take that jab at me. I kinda deserved it. And I know others would probably take a shot at me as well. Speaking of shot, I mud-shot both of these Slugmas. They don't seem all that defensive. However, her next Pokemon, Torkoal, is very defensive. Please ignore the fire alarms going off in my background. I honestly have no control over it, and neither should you even pay attention to it. Maybe I should have recorded this at a later date, but I want to get it done as soon as possible. Maybe this could explain me rushing it all. See? My Marsh Stomp suddenly gained a level before it gained another level. Yeah. Even with the high defense, Torkoal is still a pretty powerful Pokemon anyways. It knows all sorts of moves, but the one move you want to watch out for is Overheat. Overheat is incredibly powerful. Rarely will you ever want to use it. I mean, rarely would you ever want to find yourself in between within that kind of scenario. And, so close. I found it strange that Torkoal had the move Attract, as if to be like, nah, 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 I'm gonna make you immobilized, or something like that. Maybe. But really, who would fall in love with that kind of turtle? Especially my Marsh Stomp doing that. It makes no sense. And it's sad that he keeps getting immobilized by love. Why do you keep getting immobilized by love? How could you fall in love with something like that? And that body slam, man. If it paralyzes you, you're practically screwed. Or was it just slam that did the paralysis? Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. I forget. I didn't realize how powerful Flail was! Stupid immobilization. If it weren't for that, then maybe, just maybe, I would have won this. And before we continue, I would rather right now apologize for my lack of. Like, I'm going to apologize right now for the different aspect ratios again. You might notice some things, you might not notice them. I'm going to apologize for them right now because this was actually 3 different recordings in one. 3 different recordings. Yeah, well. And as such, I also started splitting before I did the shrinking down. Maybe I should not do that from now on because it'd be kind of self-explanatory. Ah, well, now we receive the Heat Badge from Flannery. All Pokemon up to level 50, specifically from trades, can now obey us, as well as gaining the ability to use Strength outside of battle. Funny, I didn't teach the move Strength to really any of my Pokemon. And she actually gives us the move Overheat, which is really nice, but it cuts the special attack of certain Pokemon, which would not be great for those that don't exactly have the best special attack in the world. I remember in the Mystery Dungeon games where the Overheat was actually a pretty useful move. Oh yeah, notice in this part that the Oldale Town music that they use for Laveridge Town doesn't... Laveridge Town? God, I need to remember the pronunciation better. The music that they use here doesn't get a whole lot of screen time in this part. Or rather, you don't get to hear it a whole lot. Ah, well. He tells us that we should go and challenge our father, and as such, I'm going to be cutting to Petalburg Gym. I'm actually just going through to show you what it's like. You go through these doors, and whatever room you go into, that's what depends on the stat. Like, if you go into the accuracy room, the strategy will be around accuracy. Recovery room, the strategy will be around accuracy. One-hit kill room, the strategy will be around making your Pokemon immediately down without any worry. And then this gym leaders room, the strategy is around using gym leaders. I'm sorry. I actually lose to Norman badly the first time around. I would have shown you, but I'd rather have not. So, holy fuck! And no, it's not the siren in the background. It's the fact that I ran into a fucking shiny! Oh my god! Shinies are so rare. I know this is being sped up right now, but I'm trying to catch it. I mean, why wouldn't you want to catch a shiny? It's a 1 out of 8,192 goddamn percent chance. Maybe not percent, but for God's sakes, it's rare. You'll rarely ever find a shiny, let alone in your main adventure. And I actually went and evolved said Sandshrew into a Sandslash while I was also trying to raise a Machop so that way I could actually fight Norman. And right there is the Sandslash. It's actually a pretty effective Pokemon, and if I ever redo a Pokemon Blue Let's Play, then I'll certainly do that. Notice here that this is Norman here. We have 2 Slackings to deal with. Slacking stats are a base stat total of 70. No, that would make it pathetic. A base stat total of 670. That is beyond most legendaries. That is beating a lot of legendaries right now. And notice that he has 2 of them, both of which are not even at their required level of evolution. But to be fair, if we did have to deal with 2 level 36 Slackings, we would have been cremated. Like, our Pokemon would have been cremated by now. So, you did get 4 gym badges. Fine, as I promised, we will have a Pokemon battle. May. I'm so happy I can have a real battle with my own child. But a battle is a battle. I will do everything in my power as a gym leader to win. May, you better give it your best shot, too. Now, I really needed to get a Fire-type move. I mean, Fire-type. Fighting-type move. Why? Because Slacking's Facade. Facade is a destroying move. If you're not prepared, this Slacking will wreck you. Specifically, Facade's power is actually increased should you... damn it, I need to get my thoughts straight. Should you paralyze, poison, or burn the Pokemon that uses Facade. But as you notice, that base power is pretty damn good as it is. The one thing that makes Slacking balanced, though, is its ability Truant. As a Slackoth, it has this ability. As a Vigoroth, it loses this ability and gets to attack every turn, but when it becomes a slacking, it becomes, it regains the ability. If you've watched Sugar Conroy's Let's Play, you know how devastating it is with a Hyper Beam. And Vigoroth is a tad more of a worry considering the fact of the Truant, but Slacking's pure, raw power is insane. But again, Truant is, as you just saw, an ability that forces the Pokemon to attack only every other turn. Every other friggin' turn. And I had my Aron take this Vigoroth to lower its defenses down while I restored the... to take hits and lower the defense of Vigoroth while I restored my Macho. Like a boss! And no, I'm not going to edit that in. Yeah, well. I'm surprised I was actually trying to do Feint Attack. And you wanna know what's the funny thing? I should have used my Shedinja on the second Slacking. Because it doesn't have any Dark-type moves, and every other move would just be ineffective against it, even if it didn't have Wonder Guard. And as such, Shedinja would have completely sweeped that other, otherwise, Shedinja would have completely sweeped the other Slacking. I didn't quite calculate the power of Revenge, but that is some raw power unleashed right there. If it weren't for this Machoke, I would never have beaten this battle unless I made my Pokemon level up into the 40s, I believe? Yeah, the 40s. That would be crazy. I'm surprised I actually managed to beat this thing. But I know this thing was a friggin' hurdle when I first fought it. And right there, that's Slacking's Focus Punch. Focus Punch? I didn't know there was a move called Focus Punch. That Focus Punch. That was incredibly powerful. In fact, if it weren't for the fact that my Zigzagoon, now Linoon, had been constantly picking up really useful items like revives for the whole game, then maybe I wouldn't have won this battle either. So, my Linoon is not only taking hits like a boss, it also managed to pick up items that have been really useful for this battle. So, you really have to thank my Linoon for this battle. Oh yeah, and in case you haven't noticed right now, I actually replaced the music once Norman brought out the second Slacking. Because this was just such a meaningful battle for me. Not just the fact that you're fighting your own father, but for the fact that you're fighting a Pokemon that has stats that are beyond legendary. Quite literally, in fact. And the fact that even though I did use the weakness, it practically felt like I couldn't beat it otherwise. I'll probably be keeping the Machoke on my team, considering that I'll be using it later. I might try to find a way that I can get around the whole you can only evolve this Pokemon when trading to make it a Machamp. And sorry for the short pause there, but whatever. We received the Balance Badge from Dad! With that badge, the defense of all Pokemon will increase. Plus, the Hidden Machine Surf can be used outside of battle. And the Destroyer of All Life is now given to us. That's right, our father gives us the ultimate normal type move, Facade. Oh wait, the ultimate normal type move is Hyper Beam. But as you saw, Facade is really useful. In fact, I might just upload a separate video of my failure take. It depends on how popular the idea gets. But regardless, we are coming close to the end of this part. Yeah, don't expect me to challenge 2 gym leaders in one video again. It's because that we can go straight back to the city where we can challenge the 5th gym leader that we were capable of doing it at this point in the game. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been able to. Oh yeah, I normally don't talk to this guy, but Meg, whoa, you've overcome even your... Jeez, next time I should start learning what to talk before I start recording. But, whatever. Anyway, we go over to Wally's parents, who are really happy that we have made Wally happy. And as repayment, he gives us the greatest water type move we can get at this point in the game. That right here, we get the hidden machine that our father's badge lets us use outside of battle. Surf. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Fuck Tackle! I am teaching my Marshtomp Surf. And Linoon can learn Surf? That's weird. That is really weird indeed. So now I have 2 ground type moves and 2 water type moves. 1 of pure raw power. And I'm sure I'll probably be finding the Earthquake Technical Machine soon enough. But next time on Let's Play Pokemon Sapphire, we're going to be heading out towards the next gym. And probably going on some surfy waters, if that is even a word. See you then!